Hello. Hi, everybody. I am doing some live streaming today. I'm going to do some sound design. It's going to be some happy sound design with Stonehealers, and kind of specifically just to get started working on some flybys. I'm going to make sure everyone can hear me. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm probably not going to be able to sit through the whole hour and a half stream without taking a quick bio break. And you might also hear me eat a Cliff Bar in the middle of it, for which I apologize. Oh yeah, you can see that. That was me and Max talking. Okay. I'm used to having two windows up. But, okay, so what I've done here is I've kind of got this plugin set up. I'm just kind of still populating it with some things, but the Stonehealers don't really have any good flybys for their projectiles. I made something just kind of as a placeholder a while ago, and it's not great, so do the full shebang this time. And yeah, let me just show you how this thing kind of works. So what I'm doing down here is there's all these different like source things that you can load in, and these are kind of just long sustains that will play. And this is like a big Doppler engine, so it'll kind of, here, I'll just play it, see what it sounds like right now. Okay, so you saw how that worked, right? It's playing this sound, and this sound, and let's get that one in there. Playing that one too. Yeah. And it kind of plays them all together, and it can also layer in impacts. I'm not going to do that because these are just flybys, so that's muted. But this is how this thing kind of works. So it's good for doing some flybys. It's kind of almost specifically built for that. And okay, so it's not where I want it to be, obviously, right now. I'm still populating this source number 3 with a couple more sounds. So earlier today and yesterday I was making like a bunch of just kind of tones and stuff, so I want to pull a few more of them in there. Because I don't want it to just be a stone sound. I mean, even though it is Stonehealer stuff, they don't quite look like stones when they're flying in midair, which is fine. I just want them to sound a little more magical. So that one could work. And I'm going to drag this into there. I haven't used this plugin in a while. I tried to get into it a little bit before this stream session, but there was some audio stuff happening that I kind of got pulled off on, so I'm going to be a little rusty on this plugin. I always kind of forget. I'm like, oh, what does this thing do and what does this thing do? And then I kind of have to stumble through it until I figure it out. Still just tossing a few more of these in here. I'm not going to do too many. I just want to have a nice palette to work with. work. Let's try that one too. All right, let's just play with that for now. So as soon as you hit play in here, this thing just kind of starts doing its thing. And I don't like how it sounds right now. So let's work on this one. This one's doing this. Sounds kind of staticky almost. And let's go for something heavier. It playing backwards, obviously. Let's get this thing focused on this part of the file. Just try that for now. Okay, so now you can hear it, kind of the tonal aspect. It's a little quiet. I can, yeah. You hear the pitch of it going by. And then let's see what this one's doing. And this is just kind of a windy thing. This isn't a plugin or this isn't a file I picked, it just came with it. But little whoosh is fine. Do a little higher energy. Okay. I don't like that massive pitch bend. I can turn it down. This is like the amount of pitch bend. Do a little bit. I can make this thing go by faster. I don't like this, this layer is lasting so long. And if I remember correctly, yeah, it's this way. I think. I think. Yeah, it's like, this is like, sort of like the relative volume of each 4 layers right now. So there's different settings, or different, you can control which one it prefers. What does rotate do? Yeah, I don't want ducking happening right now. In fact, I don't have impact, so let's turn that off. No. Let's see. Like, oh, those sounds are cool. Yeah, those are just some other track that I threw in here for now. I'll just mute those so I don't have that issue. That's just kind of a limiter to boost up the volume. I think I want it closer. Something's going on with this one that I don't like. Wow, thing's sensitive. Yeah, that helps fill it in a little better. But boy, I just barely turned that thing up. Okay. Let's get these. I can turn on compressor a little bit. Here we go. Come on, this thing's not letting me click there. And the shape of this thing's still a little funny. The shape of like the whole curve. If make it, yeah, that makes it real quick. Still, I don't like the pitchiness of it. Yeah, I don't like that Doppler for some reason. I mean, it should have it a little bit, but really that should happen in game, but I don't have that set up. So I'm going to do that just a little bit. Okay. Maybe I want to lower too. It's hard to kind of get all the layers blending in a kind of meaningful way. What's going on with this one? There we go. I can make it play faster. That's probably more appropriate. When you solo it, you just hear it playing without all the Doppler stuff going. So now I'll hear it in the whole effect. Yeah, that works a little better. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. There's a way. What's this gonna do? Come on. Whoa. I don't actually know what that's doing. I think I bypassed something. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, that's a little better. It's still... the balance is just funny. I can do this thing faster. My repeats are quicker. That'll help. Almost too... Okay. Let's print a couple. Okay. That's just one variation. So the way the flybys are set up in game is that depending on how like big the projectile is, there's like 4-second flybys for like really big things. So like if you're going to hear it from far away, you're going to see it arc across the sky. So it's going to play kind of a longer 4-second sound. And you can hear those from farther away, like 150 meters or whatever. There's 2-second flybys, and those are for like 60 meters, I think. That's about what I've got it set out. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. And then there's 1-second flybys for like 30 meters and closer. So what I did just there was kind of a 2-second flyby. Yeah, that's 2 seconds right there. I can see up here I've selected 2 seconds, so I might actually, so the other thing that's a little bit tricky here is you kind of have to think of how it's implemented in game is like, I think I'm going to turn this distance down, which makes it kind of play more full strength through the whole thing. Or turn it up, rather, sorry. And I'm going to do this because I'm kind of cutting off the tail a little bit. Well, so I changed the speed. That's not quite what I want to do. All right, so I got to do this and then make the speed twice as fast, I guess. It's like still adjusting there in the beginning of that one. Yeah, so I'm not cutting off my tails anymore. So let's try that again. There's some weird Doppler, or some weird pitch stuff going on there at the beginning of that one, when you first hit play. Okay. So they're a little more full volume. No, I guess not a whole lot. But what's going to happen is this part is going to get attenuated in game anyways, because it's going to start playing here at a farther distance. And kind of as it gets closer to you, it'll be at this point. By the time it's like closest to you, that's kind of how I've got them set up. It's not always the case because they don't actually know which way they're going, but just based on the way that the sounds get triggered, it kind of works out that way. So if I don't have more of the volume up the whole way, then it's kind of like it's getting double attenuated. And in fact, I think I'm going to even adjust it even more. Don't like this long. See how that tail of number 4 just lasts? Oh, cool. I can make it. Oh, wow. Oh, that's weird. I don't know what that button does. Yeah, okay. Like when you have it on rotate, I think it adjusts the pattern each playthrough. That's a little too random for me. Let's try. Yeah, so I'm changing the range of like minimum and maximum volume that each layer will play at. So let's see here, that's mostly full volume. I don't quite want that. What does this do? Woo. Okay, that's also making it more like dramatic, more contrast. I don't like the way the layers are playing out now, though. I don't know what latitude does, I forget. That's weird. Okay, that's them playing out more in unison. What does wave do? Totally separate mode here. Might have broke something. Oh. That's kind of too choppy. Watch this. Not what I want. I just gotta turn down this guy, I guess. Ooh, that was a good one. I should have recorded that one. Okay, I think that's where I want it. It just cut off. Yeah, it's like it's... That was better. Only a couple of those that I actually liked. Let me just try that, because that seems fairly stable and consistent. It's real heavy, though. Okay, I guess after 4 times, it's kind of done its permutations anyways, so... let's try changing it up a bit. So those are my 2-second flybys. Yeah, those are about 2 seconds. Then I need to make some shorter ones. Okay. Now I want to change some of the layers though, so let's pick a different one of these, slide it over what it is. Yeah, it's got a little more high end to it, which I like. I don't want that. Getting real flangy, I'm trying to prevent that. It just makes it worse. Oh, that's grain mode. Or no, am I in loop mode right now? I don't want that to happen. There, that's better. Okay. Debating how I want to handle this. I could just pitch it up. I'm going to change this to something a little brighter. Gravel. Sounds kind of watery. Not sure I like that one that much. I think that's going to be the... Let's see if there's a better one here. Okay, let's try... Feels a little wet, but I don't really like this. Let's see what else I have. Okay, go with that. Let's just try a couple different, see if I can come up with any other variations. So this is kind of a delay thing here. Yeah, it's gonna make it sound a little robotic, so I don't know if this is quite what I want. Oh. It just adds a little bit of weird kind of stereo-ness going on, but I don't know if it's... Yeah, it just kind of does a weird spread, like messes with the stereo image of it. I'll try that for a few. If there's anything I want to do here. Okay. I like the shorter flybys, the quicker ones to be brighter, because it kind of indicates that it's a little closer to you. It's a little more attention getting, and then the farther away flybys to be more low energy, more low end, not as bright, high in the mix. Okay. I feel like I should create more variations while I'm here. Let's see what other things I can throw in here. Sure, why not? Okay. Let me look for another tonal thing here. That one's kind of fun. I'm going to switch to standby real quick just so I can check my messages without showing it to everyone else. Don't worry, I am still here and you can hear me breathing. You shouldn't be able to see my screen. Okay, good. Let me just check something real quick. Cool. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not watching chat right now. I'm focused on the task at hand. Actually, it's just because I don't have enough screen space to do that all right now. So let me put this back down. Let me put this back down. Okay. And I'm back. Hi. Okay. So I just put that other guy in there, that new sound. Let's find it. It's the last, yeah, this one. Interesting. Too pitchy. Whoa. It's got its own. That's cool. I mean, that one kind of has this like sort of healing tone to it. So, you know, maybe I could use that one for the more healing specific flybys. Because the Stonehealer doesn't just heal, he has some other things, so maybe I can save this one for healing things. Very technical language being spoken right here. That's cool. I like that. That's kind of fun that there's a little more variation in the underlying tone itself makes for more variations in the flyby. Based on just kind of, here, let's just do this, see what happens. volume mixing so sensitive. Let's try some of those. Cool. I like those best so far, actually. So much that I'm going to do my 4-second ones. Maybe with a similar concept. What does that do? I wish I knew how much I was pitch bending here. Because I'd like to do like an octave, that way they're harmonious when they're playing together. If I have the 4-second, or if I have the 2-second and the 1-second flybys playing on top of each other, which happens if you happen to be close enough to hear the 1-second happen, this way there wouldn't be any clash, but... Whoa. Interesting. Which doesn't have the flyby energy. This thing's messing with the pitch too when I do that. Problem with these longer ones is they need a longer tail too, and I don't want that thing ringing out. I don't like that one when it's just tone at the end. Let's try these. The first one's always messed up, that's funny. They sound so watery. I'm not enjoying these. Some of those are okay. Wonder if I have... Hey. That could be a cool sound to add to the sustains. or to the gravel kind of sustain thing. Let's do that. So now I've got this guy. I just want loop. There we go. Weird. And this doesn't really work anymore. You can hear the individual hits a little too much. That must be some sort of crossfade as it loops back around. Yeah, I just don't like that. It sounds too much like The Matrix. That's kind of cool. Let's switch this guy up. A little heavy. Was I just using this one? I don't think so. I think I was using... yeah, that one. You can tell it's such like a close recording. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, what's going on with this guy? Just... and since these are the longer ones, I'm going to make distance farther, so... oh yeah, I forgot I could do this. What's it do? I guess that's just kind of like a fade out. I don't know exactly what I'm adjusting there. These don't need to be as bright. See what it sounds like with them dull. This one's just not really gelling to me. It's not coming together. Here's the speed curve. You can make it like do the approach faster and the like pass by. See, that makes it speed. I come in quicker. This will make it leave quicker. See, it's like. I think in general I want more approach. Because if it's past you, you don't really care about it. These are weird. I don't know. Print them and move on to something else. Okay, we'll see if those work out. I'm gonna take a very, very quick bathroom break. Sorry, guys. Be right back. Okay. Sorry for that interruption. Entirely my fault. So I can show you something else. So this is funny. This just kind of happened completely by coincidence. Like I popped this video in here, and then I had this plugin happening, and then what happened was this. Like that just completely happened by accident, was that timing of that whoosh and everything. So yeah, you know, you can use this thing for, you can use this plugin for things other than just that kind of projectile flyby stuff. So I'll probably take a couple minutes here to work on some sort of like magic abilities. And it works well when you have the impacts turned on. and the record arm set. So this is how you can do some ducking. This thing randomizes the impact, so similar kind of thing. You have like 4 different types of rocks. I can load in my own in here, and I'm going to try that. I haven't actually tried that yet. It might be problematic because I don't have these edited quite the way that this this program expects them to be. So like, these are some that I've like kind of custom designed myself. They're all kind of weird stuff. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me just throw one in there and see what it does before I get too far along on listening to what they actually sound like. I have to tell it not to randomize. Did that go in? I don't think I picked it. User 1. Wonder if that file's too long. Alright, we can actually do this real quick. Let's bring it in here. Okay, I basically just want these things cut up like that. Just on the impacts. Let's just take, how many is that? 7. Let's just take 7 of these. They're all individual files now. Individual files, yes, 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 go. And then I can do this and CSC sessions, Stonehealer, other abilities, balanced files, right? Audio files? Oh, that's weird. I thought they'd default to the other folder. Anyways, let's drop one in there. Why are you saying null? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that is working. Cool. And let's do this one there, this one there. I just did this same one. I'm not sure is that okay. Number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, Number 9. Number 11. Number 13. Number 1. And okay, so there's 9 of them in there, so I can tell it to randomly select between 1 and 9. This should work. Yeah, it is. Okay. What is it doing to these? Okay. Aren't as cool as I thought they'd be. They sound better alone. I can randomize the pitch of them. This randomizes like how it, see the middle up here? Randomizes like the sequence of them all. It's a funny explosion. Okay, that positioning randomization is a little too much. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm going to add another tone here. What did I do with them? I just imported them to this. There we go. I was like, there we go. This is where I left off going through this list. Boring. Maybe? Let's try that. I want to add it to user 2 because I don't want as many rock stuff happening on this one. So let's go to that one and this guy. And what does this sound like? Awesome. But why did it do that? It's like too long of a file or something? What? What are you doing? Why is it even doing that? Okay. Doesn't like that for some reason. I'm surprised how little tonality that actually has now that it's in this thing. Okay, and the mix shape for this will be different because I actually want more of a tail on this one. So I think I do that? Is that how I do that? I want less ducking probably too, because I want it to actually... Let's just listen to the source stuff for a second. do this quicker because I don't need to. Oh yeah, I can move the whole thing that way. Forgot about that. Boy, those turned out to be really boring. Oh. I need to randomize it, that's why. Weird. Wish there was a separate pitch control just for this one layer. It's weird. I'm like, don't know what to make of it. It's not quite doing what I want it to do. That's just, I don't like that. What a weird... What does this do? I forget. Yeah, okay, I don't want that because... So weird. It's weird. I don't like trying to get it to do something. It's not really happening. This oh, I had soloed. Jeez. That was dumb. Yeah, I'd left this thing solo, so I was only listening to this third impact layer, and I was like, why? And it's like nothing else is like, that's such a boring impact. Okay, that's a little more interesting now. Need to distort the crap out of it now. Okay, that's a little better. It's still, this alignment can't be messed with though. Doesn't sound right if they're like too off kilter from each other. I gotta put something more tonal in there because it just doesn't sound like magic right now. Chest impact? Alright, what is it? Whoa, oh, it's that kind of metal. Alright, so So what do they have in here? Chest impact, crowbar, solid impact, container. Yeah. Try synth, but zaps, laser guns. I don't want sci-fi. Yeah, I don't want sci-fi. Yeah, that's not what I want. I mean, it almost kind of fits in, but it just, the tail's not interesting. I'm running out of time, but what I'd probably do is stop playing. Oh, you know what? I probably put one in there that's like a full... Yeah, one of those samples was too long. Let's do that again, but I want to use something that's just got more high end to it. I could make these into tones, or impacts, and see what it does. Don't really know what that would do, so... Maybe? Let's see if I can cut some of these up real quick. Okay, there's a shortcut called strip silence. The thing is, they're kind of whoosh bys. All right, this might not work, but let's try it. Sound design is all about failing. You do lots and lots of things, and then sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So let's do those. There should be 8 of them now, and I will load them into user bank. Yeah, user bank number 1. Right? There we go. Oh yeah, user number 2. Let's go here. Not there. These. Yeah. I think this is... That's the long one, but let's try this. One there. One there. One there. One there. I mean, this is not how I usually do sound design. I usually am more of just like a layering person. I just kind of wanted to use this plugin because of the way that it whooshes and warps everything around, so it's good for some movement. I'm almost kind of doing everything in this plugin right now, but like what I'll probably end up doing later is taking these things, and not the flybys. The flybys are kind of standalone things, but for the abilities is like using like a whoosh. It's just one layer of some other, you know, like activation sound effect for an ability. Okay, so I've got these set up. How many are there? 7. 1 through 7. Randomize those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and let's see if it works. Wait, did I just throw in the wrong ones? Oh, I did. Ah, son of a. Ah. Okay. I just threw in the wrong ones. Not that one. That one. 3. It's confusing because Okay. Okay, weird. Not bad though. Okay, I see what the whole thing sounds like. That sounds way more magical. Okay. I don't like all these rocks right now. A little much. I don't like how I'm cutting it off. So some of them kind of land on each other correctly, some don't. This is all this stuff. Let me just make room for more printing here. I turned the pitch randomization up really high. It's gonna. Some of those are happy accidents. Some of those are throwaways. Okay, that's good for now. So yeah, this could be used for like some kind of impact, but not necessarily like a direct projectile impact, but more of like a you've been hit with a spell impact. Let's just see if I can sort of fake it in this thing here. If you guys are like if this is the first time of you watching one of my streams, this is a departure from how it would normally work. I'd usually work to video sometimes. So I'd have this up, but this is just kind of more of a raw sound design material creation session that I'm doing here. So I'm just going to kind of briefly show you like how I might approach it. So if that's where that ability gets hit, or if that's where that ability hits, let's find a somewhat okay impact. So like I might do something like this. Sounds kind of cool. So, I mean, I'd need some sort of a sustain thing in here, but this is like kind of how I would work on an ability is you'd have like the activation and then the preparation time where you're kind of, you know, winding up for the pitch, and then the impact of the ability. Something like that. You know, I mean, obviously these sounds get bounced out as individual sounds to be played by the game at their particular parts. So that's what that would be like, and I would do some sort of sustain too. So this is just kind of my approach. Let's see. And not really appropriate for a Stonehealer. Pretty demonic sounding, but too low energy. Yeah. That could work. Cool, it pitched it for me, so I changed the pitch of that one. Might go for something like this. It's only like a, what is that, 1 second? Yeah, it's pretty much 1 second. So I got about 2 more minutes here, and then I'll be done. So yeah. Sort of how that would work. This is it's a little boring, you know what I mean? Like, it needs to have a little more. It's just kind of a tone. So I'd probably try and add. I'm just kind of throwing this together just so you guys sort of have an idea of what. Oh yeah, I put these in here for a reason. These are other kind of custom sounds I've made. So like, probably layer this on kind of the wind up, and it's got a little bit of a longer tail, so turn this up. Something like that. So what I'll end up doing is I'll take these flybys, they'll go into the game. I'll have to kind of cut them up and label them so I know which ones are the 1 second ones and which ones are the 2 second ones. The 4 second projectiles are only for the like real big siege weapons. And then I will start printing out like different activation parts and then like preparation kind of loops. And that's how the ability gets made. So I mean that works. You know, it's kind of got a little bit of a subtle stone element to it, but not not like too literal. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay for now. And I guess I'm gonna end on that note. So thank you guys for listening and watching. And I look forward to doing it again sometime. And sorry it's been so long since my last stream. And stay tuned. I think we're doing our like weekly wrap up after this. All right. See you guys later.